seasons wheel past a glad feast of stars as newly forged unions abound. The temple knight's tomb riven newly with scars and signs of his hounds neath the ground. Welcome back to 3D6 Down the Line, everyone. This is the most criminally underwatched actual play series on the internet. Thank you for tuning in. This is going to be episode 8 of our Mythic Bastionland campaign, the Adamant Expanse. My name is John. I am the referee for the evening, and tonight we have a full house.
Unbelievable.
I know. Hi, I'm Mike, and I am playing Sir Malachi, the Bloody Knight.
Hi, I'm David, and I'm playing Sir Meridian, the Mirror Knight.
Hi, everybody. I'm Matt. I play Sir Brunor, the Iron Knight.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ted, and I'm playing Sir Aurelius, the Dove Knight.
Okay, so we managed to actually sneak in a full house session during the summer season, which is a rare thing for 36 Down the Line, so pretty cool. Don't forget that you guys have out there all have solemn duties, which is to like and subscribe on YouTube, to comment, hit the bell icon to get notifications every time I publish new material, and to hype us if that's available to you on YouTube, and to do all the other things on other podcast platforms, like writing a review on Apple Podcasts, giving us some stars on Spotify and Apple would be fantastic, or whatever review or comment section system your podcatcher of choice does have. And please don't forget too that we very recently published our very first adventure scenario, the Tomb of Armand Squagulat. The Tomb of Armand Squagulat by one Ted Hunter, who never makes it easy for us. But it is available on all 3 major RPG PDF distribution platforms. That would be DriveThruRPG, itch.io, and RPG Trader. Links are down below in the description. And I'll take this time to scream into the void like I normally do on our Discord server that there's a whole bunch of information in every single episode description, which no one ever bothers to read. You should do that because most of the questions that you may have can probably be answered by the information that is in those descriptions. One of those things, which was a recent question on the Discord, was, I love David's art. Where can I go see his webpage? Well, guess what? That has been available to you every single episode. In the episode description down below, his full portfolio and socials are all down there. And we should definitely go check those out. Give him a like and a follow. And thank you to David for all of his awesome artwork that you see before you if you're watching on the layout, the animation, the graphics, the whole 9 yards. Thank you, David. Is that it? I think that's all the business. Okay, let's get into it. Recap from last time. We did our first sort of Mythic Bastionland version of dungeon delving, which is called Sights in this game. They were at Croylehenge. Actually, prior to that, let's go back in time. There was a major seasonal skip. We skipped from spring to harvest, and that in the interim time, all the knights went on solitary quests. Sir Brunor got married to Tricera, who is the daughter of Sir Amboise, and the highest. And she is also currently the highest-ranking guild member of the Thyrsos Forges in 10 turrets. Sir Malachi helped defend the Sunworks Hiveworks from bandits, and also got married to a woman named Dorza, who is the daughter of the chief apiarist Prentice. Sir Aurelius made contact with Marshal Valamont, who is the marshal of the realm, right underneath the queen. And Sir Meridian managed to find Mother Pip at the small-hearted hut and put Samson in her care, the deathly ill Samson, who was Prentice's partner in crime, not in crime, in business, I should say, at the Sunworks meadery. In order to gain favor with House Hippotrophius, with the aim of getting Sir Brunor a worthy steed, which he so recently had to sacrifice, they traveled to the Hippotrophius homestead, which is called Fieldwind Mews, to help investigate the disappearance of one Sir Darrigan, a Hippotrophius Sidereal Guard member who was assigned to guard the holy site of Croylehenge. The tremors from the Gates of Dawn caused damage at the site, and tomb robbers managed to sneak their way in. You guys ousted the tomb robbers and rescued an old wandering ascetic named Sparenot, who was a man looking for the fabled grotto underneath Lake Arnisle known as the Indigo Veil. And you rescued him, and Sir Meridian took him on as a squire, even though he is an older gentleman. Older than any of you.
I mean, I agreed to play games with you guys, didn't I?
So
Stings hurts.
a lot of stuff happened there. So Croylehenge is a ring of standing stones, much like Stonehenge, but there's the mausoleum, which had the tomb of Sir Croyle, who was King Calum, the Fisher King's right-hand man, and was killed by members of the Gilded Legion, and his monument was raised here. But apparently he had some trusty hounds that were his trusty companions as well. And the pedestals where you assume that there was statues of those hounds of some sort were still present, but the statues were gone. You managed to figure out like a cool little puzzle, and you opened up a secret chamber. And that's where you guys are right now, minus Sir Aurelius, who's keeping an eye on the bound tomb robbers up top. You are underneath Croylehenge right now. You are, let's see. You are in the so you did like a puzzle where it wrapped the chains around like the column, pulled the pedestals towards it, and then unlocked a secret door in the far corner. And beyond that was a claustrophobic chapel with a single small pew that was facing a statue of Sir Croyle himself, who was cloaked with his famous spear, Psychopompos, held upright. But you know that is not his actual spear, that you know where his actual spear, which is above you. And the chain from the previous room ends at a gold collar that is affixed around Sir Croyle's neck. And the statue's pedestal reads, Kuon Ezothen, which translates to the Hound Within. Okay, and that's where you guys are right now. And you were debating whether or not to take this, whether or not it was defiling the tomb by taking it. You also don't forget that you already did take the 3 missing hounds collars, and there was an iron one,
a leather one,
and a
glass one, I think.
Correct. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, question like this, you mentioned a detail that wasn't familiar to me. The collar that's around the statue of Sir Croyle, is that physically attached to a chain that kind of went through the door that's open, or is it freestanding? This I didn't remember.
Oh yeah, that's my bad. It was just an older version I wrote, but there is no chain that attaches to it.
Okay, so it is free. Okay, that's kind of what I remembered. And the other thing that's just been stuck in my mind a little bit was on the column in the previous room. I think that's where we saw it. There was a scene that we saw on the stone of Sir Croyle, kind of like in a kneeling position or a obsequious position, right, where he was like at the bowing before other knights who were putting this collar on him. Is that accurate?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that doesn't seem, at least with the stories that we've heard so far, that doesn't seem to be in alignment. All we've heard is like this guy is a big hero who has these loyal hounds at his side, and he fought bravely against these gilded knights. Is this the first that we've kind of seen of this scene of some kind of like humiliation, or have we heard anything about that part before, or that aspect of the story?
I don't think so. No, I mean, you have your notes, right? I mean,
yeah. Okay, so that's the first time we've seen that, though, which is a little.
Yeah, that was on the column that rotated, okay. And it was the key to finding the lever that allowed it to rotate. It
opened up the tomb. We're in the small chapel.
Yeah.
What else is in this little chapel, John? So there's the statue of Sir Croyle, right, with a collar around his neck, and one small pew, and that's it. Nothing on the wall, or
yeah. Okay. And there's a pedestal with an engraving on it. The other pedestals outside here also had engravings on them as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Whether it's relevant to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. You.
Just teasing out because remembering the session. Whether it's relevant to the. Motif of him being collared, right, or the gold we're seeing now. The Hound Within was a bit of language we heard, and I know when I put my collar on, I felt vaguely a loss of agency. That could be very literal, right? That could literally be like, I have a collar on. This feels binding, right? It could be, I'm tinfoiling. I love to. It could be that I'm suppressing the hound within, right? So although I feel agency loss, this is about like, we all contain two wolves and I'm trying to be the honorable self, whatever. Or it could be a total exterior force, right? Mm-hmm. I don't have a conclusion to draw from that. I'm just throwing it out there as a reminder of a feature that occurred, right?
I sort of assumed it was a dog collar. You put a dog collar on a dog to bind it to your will.
Yeah.
It's an obedience collar, essentially. It's not really meant to be worn by a man.
Yeah.
And I agree. I think what I'm extrapolating, probably in a very misguided way, is if the hound within is a conceptual framework, the hounds of the night might be aspects of the night, not hounds. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see where you're going.
At which point, the binding of my inner hound, both of choice and via my trusted friends, again, I don't know. We don't know enough to really interpret this motif. Might be a form of, honorific. I don't know what the term I'm looking for. Again, I'm not saying that as a conclusion. I'm putting it out there to have mental juices as we learn more information. That's all I'm getting at.
Okay. Yeah. So what I would like to do, and I'm not just going to run out and do this. Brunor would talk to his friends. He would say, I think that the way to show honor to Sir Croyle is to take on the mantle of his collar. I am worried that these beasts, these dogs of his, whether or not they are corrupt, they're wandering masterless throughout the land, and I think that this may be a part of the symptoms of what we have seen, and we've seen on my scabbard, and he'll show them. We have seen images in the past of dogs running rampant in the wild, and I of course I do not know this for sure, but I think that it will be meaningful to give some honor to this knight's memory and take his collar for now, with the intent of restoring it, obviously, when we can return his hounds to their proper place.
Sure.
I see you nod, so
I'm sorry, I'm nodding. I'm just I'm watching this thing behind me is like tearing a hole through the floor. So I think that's really, really good at thinking that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do that, John. I'll get on the little pew there. If there's a place to kneel, like the little kneely bar, I'll kneel and offer kind of a prayer and a vow to Sir Croyle that I will take up his burden to protect the land and seek out his hounds, which seem to be missing, and reunite him with his glorious pets.
Okay, cool.
Then I'll get up and I'll yoink the collar off of his head. Hopefully I don't have to break it or anything. If I can just slip it off or however I can get it.
Okay, cool. So you remove the collar. So make sure you guys are aware of who has what collar.
Okay. Yeah, I remember I took the iron one.
Fitting.
Right. I think
Meridian has the
Malachi
glass one, I think, right?
Yeah, and I think Malachi had the flesh one, right, Mike?
I have the blue glass collar,
which is super gross.
Yes, this is probably just a little gooey still.
It's gobbets. It's a collar of gobbets.
It's leather.
Oh, it's leather.
What is leather?
Well, now that's better. That's better. That suits my modus operandi, my drip.
No, yeah, I get it.
And so, John, is on this gold collar, is there anything written or any kind of details I can see when I get up close?
No. So the pedestals had the names Skia, which was shadow, Animos, which was wind, and Sarx, which was flesh, just so you're aware.
And Animos was the blue glass, correct?
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Okay, so you got a bunch of robbers up top, which is where Aurelius is. Aurelius also has Spare Knot, who is trying frantically to learn the ways of being a squire in about 5 minutes.
You learn on the job.
I'm going to, after standing there for a while, guarding these guys and kind of looking down into the hole quite a bit and getting antsy that I've foolishly left myself up here to guard these yo-yos. I'm going to offer them an opportunity to go free if they will swear oaths to never grave rob again, and in fact to protect the Croyle henge. And if return for these oaths, which shall be binding, and I'll point at them with my glowing sword, and then rather than taking them to the justice at the manor house, I will set them free.
So
if they so swear,
you want them to swear to protect the Croyle henge, like stay here and protect it.
No, just to defend it generally. No more robbing, no more grave robbing or delving, and to do all in their power to protect the Croyle henge. It shall be your life's burden that it's you will be caretakers.
The leader of the robbers' name is Kernick. Kernick is stunned by your generosity and says so. And they all agree gladly to do so because they don't want to face the justice of House Hippotrophius at all. So they're totally fine with it.
Yeah. I'll have them make the oath and then kiss my sword, and then I'll cut their bonds and possibly not in that order. I might cut the bonds first and then set them free. Go to your wives, go to your children, and remember that the care of this place is upon you.
Okay. They thank you and they skedaddle as quickly as they possibly can. Spare Not kind of gives you a reassessing look and he kind of narrows his eyes and he looks at you and he goes, "That was most generous, Lord."
I'll probably regret it. They are common varlets, but there's adventure to be had. And he leaps down the hole.
Okay. Okay.
And wanders around until he finds his friends.
So do we, well, I think that we're kind of in a dead end here. And I think we got to kind of leave the way that we came, because we had to squeeze through a narrow little cavern to get here and take off all of our armor. Mm-hmm. So if you
there was another path though, right?
Yeah. Which we haven't taken. And I think we should.
Yeah.
Because it seems like the most obvious place that, what was his name? Darrigan.
Yeah.
He might have gone that way. So
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I think, the most obvious thing seems to be like we squeeze back through the cavern, like make sure the spiders are kind of gone, squeeze back through and don our armor once again.
All right. That's where you would meet Aurelius, which would be in that natural cavern.
Yeah. It was definitely not rearranging your armors into weird positions. And
so
who would know how to do that anyway?
It's weird.
Yeah.
So there was a, let's see. There is in this natural cavern, there was a tunnel that goes further and further down, which is which you haven't gone to yet.
Yeah. And that's, I'm sorry, Mike, you were gonna?
No, I was not. And my dryer's still, I was going to say that's the one that goes down to the special grotto underneath.
Maybe the grotto. Yeah.
That's what Spare Not is hoping to prove.
Mm-hmm. The Indigo Veil. Yes. John, is there any indication of travel down that? Like, because we're trying to search for Darrigan. Any disturbance of the dust or anything down that way, or is it impossible to tell?
So remember too that this is a continuation of the natural cavern that you're in, which I need to reinforce is very much a natural cavern. There's no pathway, no nothing. It's just wet and slippery rock. So unless there is, which there isn't, if there was some sort of items of human make that were left behind or something like that, there would be no signs of passage at all. Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's no mud or anything where somebody who like slipped might smear a hand on a stalactite or something.
Nothing
like
that.
A torn piece.
It's all
okay.
Raw. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Well, I suggest we look this way.
I agree.
Agree. Let's go.
Okay.
If my sword is still giving off a glow, then I will hold it forth and light the way.
Okay. All right, so it descends down into darkness. It's very, very scary and very, very claustrophobic. You can tell that as you're traversing this, that this was not meant to be, infiltrated by mankind. This is just a purely natural tunnel. It changes heights all of a sudden. You have to crawl sometimes. Sometimes it opens up into a cavernous space, just seemingly at random. Completely natural. But you can always feel that you're going down, down, down. And you can feel the weight of the earth above you as you descend. And you don't like it. It's very, very unpleasant. You are knights. You are not meant to be cloistered up in the darkness like this. You're meant to be on a steed, coursing through the grasses, questing, right? But here you find yourself. Okay. Okay. So after a long amount of time, don't forget too that you approached the Croyle Hinge at nighttime. And it was raining. Okay, give me 1 second here.
Should I mark off a torch, John?
Let's see.
Knight's life.
I'm hoping there are some of those cool, like, glowworms that kind of hang down from the threads.
Sure.
Right?
I'm hoping there's a massive castle inside of a cave, and there's a princess and a dragon in the castle, and riddles to be solved.
Really, it's just going to be.
But to each their own, Matt.
It's just going to be black mold tech.
Yeah, probably.
After an interminable amount of time, you think that it might just be a trick of your eyes as they become used to the darkness and the torchlight itself. But there is a different color temperature to some light up ahead. It seems to be flitting. It's a little bit more of like a bluish purple rather than the orangish red of your torch.
Interesting.
Keep approaching.
Bluish purple, yeah. That's an approach.
When you do, you see that the source of the light are some bioluminescent moths.
Oh, that was a sign. That was a sign that we were nearing the Indigo Veil.
Yes, and a spare knot at your side, Sir Aurelius, starts to get very agitated and happy as he starts to sort of paw at you a little bit. And he's like, "You see, sir, I was right all along. It must be here. The moths are the sign. I knew it. I knew it."
Well reasoned, young man.
So patronizing.
He's a squire. All squires are young men.
You see that the bioluminescent moths are flitting over and are slightly illuminating in the darkness. You've entered into a larger cavern here at this point, and from end to end of it is a very still pool.
Oh yeah. Can we?
Dark
is
water.
the room sufficiently lit with mothery to see the other side of the pool?
Pretty much, yeah. But it's you can see it's end to end. There does not seem to be any other means of egress out of here that you can see.
And no little island, no arm with a sword sticking out of it, anything useful.
Oh, I did miss the arm with the sword sticking out.
I knew it. See, you gotta ask. You always gotta ask.
I find a small golden ring underneath my hand when I'm.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna gesture to the group. Gentle. Shh. Don't disturb the glass of the water. And walk very slowly up to the edge to look into the mirror of the pool.
So it is not a mirror. It is very dark and still. Dark is what I'm trying to get at here. It doesn't seem to be unnatural. I guess with your torch looming over it, the torchlight would reflect, but it's just a very dark. Right. You cannot see through the water.
Sure. But it's reflecting our light back at us, and there's no sort of movement on its surface,
and everything smells normal. There's a smell of damp rock. And general air of humidity and mustiness here.
Spare not. Oh, go ahead, Matt.
No, please.
Spare not. This is the place you sought after, no?
It is, yes.
Yes. What's it supposed to do?
The rumor is that the grotto lies underneath Lake Arnisle.
Ah.
This must be the waters some of the waters of the lake itself, judging by how far we've come below, and how far we've likely traveled west, we very well are likely underneath the lake itself.
Ooh.
Okay.
Brave knights, we may, if we seek the grotto itself, if you don't think that this is it, we may have to swim.
Well, that was what I was wondering.
Swim,
yeah,
and I'll wait here for you.
I will swim, but not in this armor.
Well, as the part of grant communion, right? Marked by the presence of glowing moths. I think we might be in it.
Well, I'd say we explore a little bit. John, you said that we can see the other side of this pool.
You can see the other side of it, yeah.
Okay, and
go over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk in, see how deep it is. Maybe I can just walk across.
Okay, so you walk in, it disturbs the water, and the water ripples outward. There's you don't know if it's your mind playing tricks on you or if it's actually a thing. But when you step into the water, there's a feeling of disturbing something.
Oh,
not like Moria, like the Watcher in the Water sort of thing.
I was gonna say
what I'm saying is it's like more like the water has never been disturbed, and is shocked that it has been.
I mean, somebody's been here. If they know about the grotto, someone's been down here.
Well, maybe.
I would assume.
Very, very tempted to pee. Very tempted to pee in this water. But I'm not going to.
No one would do a thing like that.
Different game.
You take about 2 steps, and the ground disappears below your feet. So it looks like it becomes very, very deep, very, very quickly.
Okay. All right. My armor is it's not super heavy armor.
As you pull back from sort of like that ledge, which is underneath the water that you can't really see, only you see this, Sir Brunor, because you're probably about, I don't know, waist high in the water right now. There is the faintest hint below the water, far down below, of a steady bioluminescence far below.
Okay.
Unlike the flittering of the moths, but it is the same color.
Okay. I would know, like Sir Bruno would know this. Do I need to take my armor off to be able to swim, or can I swim with it? I'm wearing mail and I have a plate pauldron.
No.
No, I don't need to take it off.
Absolutely should take your armor off.
Yep.
I would just say that. I would also point out that, Sir Brunor, correct me if I am wrong, are you not a married man? Your wife heavy with child?
Yes. And
do you not have responsibilities that maybe should preclude you from diving into the bottom of a mysterious lake?
Well, she knows this is a part of the job. This is what she likes about me. You know. I can
understand that. I'm merely volunteering to go out there if you would like to meet your baby someday.
Oh, you know what? If anyone would like to go for a swim with me, please. So, Aurelius?
I'll go. Come. I'll strip off my armor, take my sword, and swim out.
Yeah, so we can go together holding hands.
I'll kind of give side eye to the mirror knight and just be like,
I said, let's wait to disturb the water and see. I don't know.
Well, you can tell my child that I'm sorry. So yeah, the two of us can swim down towards the glowy thing, John.
The rest
or try to anyway.
The other two were staying out of the water.
I mean,
someone's got to report back our grisly death.
We have to make it look really fun, Ted. I playfully duck him into the water.
That's great.
Swim underneath and lift him up on my shoulders.
Wow, we've really gone from sacred space to community pool fest.
I blame Matt.
Is this the adult swim section or the
John? I'm going to take a knee on the shoreline with my axe ready to aid my friends. And you know what? I think just in the kind of prepping for that, I am going to take off my armor just in case like I need to wade into the water to get them or something like that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the benefit of not having armor, so I don't have to worry about this. I can just swim whenever.
Yeah, that's a benefit.
What are you doing, Sir Meridian?
I think I'm going to watch from the shore initially and just see if there are any other disturbances that aren't caused by these two on the water surface, or if there's any other bioluminescent that occurs, or if that bioluminescence below or from the moths changes in its nature, grows brighter, grows dimmer, etc. Right?
Spare Not asks permission, Sir Aurelius, that he would dearly love to join you.
He's not my squire.
He's not?
He's my squire. He's my squire.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. He asked
permission. No. My dear man, you can swim below, but now I'm wondering if I should join you. Mayhap, you will need some protection down there, elder though you are. I'm going to look at, yes, I don't know. I'm going to look at Malachi and go,
I mean, I'm down, dude. I'm trying not to steal Matt's thunder. He seemed very determined to go in. So
no, there's plenty of pool.
Okay.
Come on.
All right. I'm going to very gently, elegantly, one might say, step into the water and sink down into it with my compatriots here then.
Okay. So if you're going to be following, trying to get a beat on the steady light that's below you, you will definitely have to submerge yourself, and it looks like you're going to have to hold your breath for a good amount of time.
I will do that.
Okay. Everyone who is going under, I need everyone to make me a Vig save.
Oh boy. This is where I...
Okay, so I think I'm the marshal. So Mike, you're first.
Oh, I failed by 1, John. I have failed by 1.
All right, Matt.
Okay. I fail. I rolled a 9 over a 5.
David.
I rolled a 9 over a 6.
Oh,
not
come
much
on,
in
Ted.
the way of Vig.
I rolled a 9 under an 11.
Woo-hoo.
Okay.
So that is a success.
I'll roll Spare Not. Spare Not made it with 3 under a 7.
Wow.
Okay.
So Sir Malachi, Sir Brunor, Sir Meridian, I need all of you guys to roll me a D3. Tell me what you get.
Mike.
I got a 1.
Okay.
Matt.
A 1.
David.
This is crazy. I also got a 1.
Okay. All of you guys are going to lose D6 in vigor.
Ooh.
That puts me at 0.
D6. We have to roll for that, right?
Oh,
We just did, right?
You need to roll
Roll
a
again.
D6
Sorry,
and take
sorry.
subtract
Yeah.
that from your
Do
well,
it
I rolled
again.
a 6, so that puts me at 0. Cool.
2. Okay.
I got a 2 as well. So now I'm at 8 of 11.
What would have happened if they'd rolled 3s, John?
Sir Brunor, where are you at?
I rolled a 2, so I have 3 left.
Okay.
Out of 5.
Okay. So yeah, you guys all take vigor damage from the swim.
Dang.
Sir Meridian, you are exhausted again, so you cannot attack if you have moved this turn. So the what it basically was an arduous, very difficult swim. The D3 roll was to determine a virtue at random to see what was lost.
Okay.
So it could have been like you freaking out from loss of air. It could be just the struggle. So with you, it's more like the physical. For all 3 of you, is like the physical hardship of getting through it. So you lose that vigor.
Okay.
Everyone else, the other 2, Sir Aurelius and Spare Not, managed to get through without too much of an issue, but it's all rather traumatizing. Okay. So it's like a lung bursting swim is what it is.
I believe it.
Through a lightless tunnel. And you have to navigate just by touch of kind of holding onto each other underneath the water sort of thing, right? And just navigating. It's very, very difficult and very, very scary. You emerge with multiple synchronized gasps of air in a small air-filled pocket. Lit, however, with a ceiling that is pretty close near you, above you, that's encrusted with bioluminescent fungi that glow with a pulsing indigo light. Right?
Wow.
The walls are damp with a sweet, thick nectar that drips slowly into the pool that you guys all your heads are sort of bobbing in as you're sucking in air. Okay.
By nectar, you mean sort of syrupy
goo?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is it clear or like honey colored, or is it blue, or is it horrible and green in appearance?
I don't have it marked down. It's just a thick nectar.
John, I open my mouth and get some in there.
Okay.
Okay. You want one thing at a time. Let me dip out for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, back again. Just had to check something real quick. Okay, so Meridian should start making a new knight. I'm not Sir Meridian, Sir Malachi. I'm sorry. Should start making a new knight.
All right.
Is there a fungal knight, John, that he can just change into?
No. But anyways, assuming that Sir Malachi very boldly and foolishly wades through the water to get to the walls of the cave and swipes a finger through it and puts it in his mouth like an idiot, it feels a very a feeling of what's the word?
Euphoria?
What's the noun form of soporific?
Sleepy.
A feeling of soporism. I don't know.
Nappiness.
Yeah.
Tired. He's tired. It's been a long day.
But the Spare Knot is overwhelmed. He's like, "This is it. This is the Indigo Veil. Only one is able to. Is if the legends are true, only one who is worthy must stay here and sleep in order to gain the vision."
Okay. I mean, I think that we are all worthy of this honor. Perhaps
if we sleep, are we going to slide into the water and drown?
Or is there a place to? Is there like a little shore here, or are we in the water?
You're in the water.
Okay.
All right. I will guard you in your slumbers, Sir Malachi. Rest.
You can't. Only one person can be in here. All of you have to leave.
I have to tie my arms to
only one person can be in the
something.
grotto sleeping. So everyone else has to go. So we can either give it to Spare Knot or one of us to choose, but it's a sacred place that can't be crowded by the rest of us.
Yeah, I think we just do one. Like, I mean, I'm willing to do it. I'm interested. Mike, you're also. We could do the honorable. We draw the straws and see.
Well, I guess we got to
get a wheedling question.
Did I actually do it? Did I if I actually did it, then we're screwed. Now you guys just got to leave me.
You didn't.
I have a wheedling question, John, but it is relevant.
You're right.
Will everyone have to make a similar roll on the way back to avoid exhaustion? And if so, then as the exhausted one, I'm the only one that can't really afford to do this one back, and I have to be the one that stays.
No, it's fine. You can make it back.
Okay. So we can draw straws.
If I haven't actually drunk the goo, I would like to put my name in the hat to drink the goo. But I'm totally fine to let somebody else drink the goo and have the visions. I don't really care. Are there protrusions on the rock wall, John? Are there like enough protrusions on the rock wall that we could secure a body there with like our belts or something like that so they don't slide into the water?
No. So. No, it's a relevant question, but we're kind of delving more into OSR territory here, right?
Right.
Okay.
I'm
not trying to do that.
Put it like this, right? I don't want to like draw everything out of you guys, but it's a space that is deep hidden underground. Right. Only rumors, and you have discovered it, right?
Yeah.
It is a holy place, and holy in this world, if you haven't picked up on it so far, it's like there's no deities or anything like that. It's much more about how strongly it's tied to the Wyrm, and the Wyrm is the land, right? So it's redolent with sanctity, here. Not the sanctity that Croylehenge has, which was a man-made sanctity, right? This is more primal, more primordial. So instead of thinking like, how do I prevent myself from drowning while technically having to sleep here? You kind of have to think in like legendary terms, right? Mm-hmm. Like what would look super cool for you to follow those rules here. I can draw it out if you want me to, but
I think I like the idea of drawing straws. Maybe we'll all just roll a d6 and roll off for the highest. Whoever wins is clearly favored by the Wyrm and will stay. And that person will drink the nectar or whatever it is they have to do. And then I think you could probably just float on your back and just lie there with your arms open and kind of just be in the darkness and have the visions while we leave.
And the bioluminescent fungi, which is all above you on the ceiling, looks very much like a field of stars.
Night sky.
Right. Yeah. So,
and if you do sink into the water, you accept the Wyrm. Like that's the epic thing for me, right? Is that you're not like, trying to tread water for 8 hours or whatever. You go and you accept it. Like you be in there, and if you sink, you sink. If you float, you float. But you go and you accept it, and you put yourself in the arms of the Wyrm.
Let's see who the Wyrm favors. Right? Everybody roll a d6. We'll roll off ties. Highest one will stay behind.
Okay.
5. I have a 2.
4.
2.
Okay. David is favored by the Wyrm. You will have the visions. We will swim back to the top.
Okay.
Listen to Spare Not complain about coming all this way and not getting the visions.
Yeah, no, Spare Not, he's okay with it, actually. He understands that this is probably like a knight's purview. Yeah. He was hoping to discover it himself so that he could relate the tale to the Sidereal Guard, but he's very glad that he met more honorable knights to do so.
I think... Sorry.
As your squire, Sir Meridian, he looks up at you with worry, and you can see that he's like really taking you in, as if like this is the last he's going to see of you in this form.
Sure, I will look him. I'll recognize his gaze and say, "Though I may not have a stature you expected, knight, though I am, I think." Your quest for this grotto and my being chosen for this task were fate's calling. Whatever form I take after this was meant to be, so worry not, dear squire. Your wisdom, as I said, is why you are my squire. Now be safe, and should I not return, carry on. Equality. I'm looking at my spirit. Passion, equality, equanimity. Remember, all deserve. And I kind of look at the other knights. The honor of knighthood. We all deserve this, the favor of the gods. But we have to prove to them we understand why.
I couldn't agree more, sir. I will wait for you above. I have faith that you shall return.
I'm gonna die.
Except the Wyrm. Except the Wyrm. We are in its very bones down here. It knows we are here. It is watching us.
It always knew we would come, and this was always destined to be.
Agreed, sir.
Farewell.
It judges us. Let us go. Retreat.
David, why don't you give me the glass collar to hold on to just in case?
Probably not a bad idea.
Nay, sir. Nay. Yours is a test of faith that I'm finding wanting, Sir Aurelius. Come, go on your way. We shall meet again. And should we not, it was such that your task was to retrieve what remains.
Man, knights are such weirdos. All right, fine.
Hey, you guys wanted to play knights. I bet you're missing the scumbag I used to play now. Hey.
All right. I will swim back, John, and I'll make sure that Spare Not gets back to the top safely.
Okay. Everyone
I
else
think we
is
all
gone?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, Meridian, are you going to take Sir Elias's advice as far as what you're going to do here?
I may have missed it.
Not present when that advice was given.
Yeah.
Sorry,
so what I suggested was you're now alone. Whoever was going to stay behind would be alone in the space. It should lie back and float on the water with their arms open, looking up at the moss, and presumably we'll just have the visions or possibly need to taste the goo as well. I'm not really sure, but I imagine you'll figure it out while you're down there, but you're in the belly of the Wyrm alone in the darkness. So
and it's like, accept it. Like, whatever comes to you, man, bring it, breathe it in, be a part of the Wyrm.
I mean, I am finding myself wondering if communion was what this place is all about, if consumption of the water isn't a part of that process, whether willful or after I get tired and sink into it. But I like the visual of floating in sort of the sky of darkness that we're in with the bioluminescence. Are there moths ahead as well, or were they on the other side? It's just the moss.
No,
but it's just sort of
fungus.
Fungus is sort of cascaded around. I want all of the light to exit with them. Let the darkness overcome, and I will float out in that space. I think just as a devotional, because why not? Before I do that, I will take the hushing bell after they're gone and ring it once, zing, zing, and say, "Great Wyrm, I have come to speak with you." And then I'll lay back and do my
cool. So when you ring the hushing bell, and then normally in a small enclosed space like this, it would not be sonorous, but in this case, it actually echoes and resonates far more than the space warrants. It just kind of echoes somewhere, and as you lie back,
love it.
You can kind of, if it was like a cinematic scene, the camera would sort of be over top of you and then pull back. As you just seeing you sort of in the midst of this dark pool as you sort of float as you're floating gently in a circle, and you close your eyes, and the soothing waters lull you to sleep, or whatever the sanctity of the space does so. You fall asleep, and you immediately enter into a vision. You experience a vision of profound, terrifying interconnectedness. You know deep down that you are communing directly with the Wyrm, His Majesty. You see all things. You have an astounding vision of all things as part and parcel of a single sprawling serpentine organism. All of it is contained within this organism. And you see the secret threads of fate that connect every single thing to every other single thing as all part and parcel of a interconnected force. And it's terrifying and deeply profound.
Is this kind of an ego death scenario too? Do I lose a sense of self in all of this?
You do. Yeah, you feel as just one of these infinite pieces within the Wyrm.
Love it.
And yeah, you lose all sense that you are sort of observing something. You're just sort of experiencing this profound interconnectedness, and that you are just one of the many threads of fate. And you don't know how long you're having this vision, but it goes on for an interminable amount of time. When you wake, when you come to, you do so because your feet sort of sink below the water, so you're sort of treading water.
Sure,
right?
Sure.
So your shoulders are up above, and you're just sort of like, you're not freaking out. You kind of wake up gently, and you recognize the space that you're in, but you know that you are changed after this point.
Sure. Would you say that when I come to consciousness, it's as if an infinite and a only momentary amount of time passed from my falling asleep?
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You have no conception of how much time has passed.
Sure.
You feel weak. as you did when you entered the space because of your swim, but it's accompanied by a feeling of hunger, of deep hunger and thirst. Like you just feel like you need sustenance of some sort. You feel very, very drained, but changed as well. I need you to roll me a d6, please.
That is a 3.
A 3, okay. Okay. You wake, and along with the exhaustion that you feel, it's just actually what you said. Actually, it's written right here in my description. You have the feeling of interconnectedness remains. That'll never leave you. Unless something happens, like a equal or opposite force is applied.
Sure, of course.
But you have this feeling of interconnectedness, and combined with the ego loss. So you have there's a you know who you are. You know that you are individual, but you have this definite sense that you have this loss of the individual self. You feel more interconnected now with everybody. Actually, kind of works well with your whole Mirror Knight sort of thing.
It kind of does.
Yeah. And you feel, even though they're far away, you feel deep sympathetic bonds with your company that were not there before, like tangible bonds. And you are very, very sensitive to their state of being and state of mind. Okay, they're very, very faint because they're far away right now. But you can, but that was not there before, and it's a feeling of gladness that you have. But there's also weighing in your mind is a foretelling. Like you kind of feel like this is like a prophecy that you feel that even though this is a good thing, that this is going to form a stronger bond with your companions, that this will lead to tragedy in the end. As you kind of reconcile this in your head, something moves in the dark air around you and alights upon your shoulder, illuminated by the bioluminescent fungi. You see that this is a large, heavy moth, much different and much larger than the ones that you saw beyond the water tunnel. This moth is it has wings that are the color of a bruised midnight sky, like the deepest, darkest indigo possible. But the weird thing is as you see it move towards you and light upon your shoulder, you can't quite figure out like what's wrong with this moth other than its unusual size and color. It's the fact that its wings don't flitter. It just moves through the air. And when it lights upon your shoulder, you see that it looks like it's made out of velvet. It's made out of cloth. And its antennae are the only things that are moving on it. Its legs don't move. Its wings don't move. It's just like its two little feelers are like kind of moving around. Okay.
I'll say, hello, little sibling. It is good to see you. Did I feel you out in that great void? I trust I must have.
It turns its head towards you and it moves its feelers as if it recognizes you a little bit. And it doesn't do anything else. It just stays there on your shoulder. Does not move.
Not in an aggressive way. I want to very gently exhale, like I'm exhaling a warmth of life in its direction.
Nothing happens.
Okay. What's that? No.
Get it off of me.
Ooh, a bug.
I'm going to say, would you like to travel with me, or should I say travel together?
Just like no response, right? It's just on your shoulder. It's the weirdest looking thing because it looks like a little paper cut, like a cloth cutout of velvet, right? Almost folded like intricately, like origami, or what's the cutting art? Katagami, cut,
something like that. I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, more like the cutting one, right? Like it's been cut into the resemblance of the very, very fine resemblance of a moth, but not quite realistic.
Of course.
Yeah,
Katagami.
Katagami.
I don't want to go through like a million different, options, but a couple more. I presume I have rations or something like that. I understand that it's probably not going to consume them, but I'm trying to sort of figure out a response structure. Can I take like a crumb or something savory from... I guess I just swam a bunch. Yeah, I wouldn't really have that with me either, I don't think.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I slowly take a finger and try to very gently touch one of its antennae, very gently. Mm-hmm. Is it corporeal? Do I feel it?
It's definitely corporeal. So whenever you just gently touch like the tip of the antenna twitches as if it's got a nerve, like it has nerves and it feels it, right? And right at the point of contact where your finger touches the antenna, there's the slightest little puff of blue dust, bright blue dust.
Sniff it.
Breathe it in. Breathe it in.
Yeah, no. Okay, so I don't want to disturb it on my shoulder. I'm just treading water right now, presumably, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Two more things. I want to kind of slowly move towards the edge of the cave where the fungus was.
The fungus is all above you. It's on the ceiling above.
It's all above. There's nothing on the roof. Okay.
No. Yeah. I mean, the whole roof is fungus. Yeah.
Sure. Well, how about this? I'm wearing a hooded chaperone, right? Mm-hmm. What I'd like to do is to take it and kind of pry open the hood and beckon it to come inside the hood.
Okay. It does not move off your shoulder.
Okay. If I feel bad, I'm dominating the scene. Sorry, guys. If I allow myself to sink a little bit so the water welds towards where its feet are on my shoulder, does it stay on my shoulder or does it take flight?
It stays on your shoulder.
I am going to say, I see. I understand now. We will travel together, friend. And I'm going to take a breath and just kind of sink down into the water.
Okay, so the moth seems to be impervious to the water, so it stays on your shoulder. And it no matter which way you orient your body, assuming you're going to be swimming back out, right? It just stays on your shoulder.
Incredible.
And you swim back out?
I do. I swim back out.
Okay, cool. So again, it's a little bit arduous. We're not going to belabor that with more big stuff, but you meet up with your companions, and upon seeing them, that feeling of interconnectedness, of course, is enhanced as well. And you have the distinct impression, for instance, that I don't know who's the Malachi, for instance, it took some bigger loss from that swim, and you can distinctly feel that he is it's been a night, so I guess you would feel that he's sort of on the mend a little bit, but that he's still recovering a little bit from that arduous swim.
Just as a narrative point, I'm going to ask a question, not like narcissistically, but expounding upon the idea of interconnectedness. Does this sense of like hyper empathy, right, exist kind of both as an experience of the other and sort of a mirror of myself? In other words, like when I feel Malachi's fatigue, does it feel like my own fatigue? Does it feel like there's a part of myself in him now, or is it distinct?
That might be a little too philosophical. I mean, you could interpret it that way.
No, but it's not like feeling literally like there's a part of me in him. That's a good distinction. Okay, that's good.
But it is tied to the whole fact that you have experienced something where you realize that everything is interconnected.
Yes,
and you've experienced like definitive proof, at least in your own head. It'd be hard to prove that to anybody else, but that you have this interconnectedness with all things.
Yes,
but it's manifesting currently, as in you can sense how all your companions are feeling right now.
Sure.
What's interesting is that one thing that you can't sense is how Sparenot's feeling.
That's what I was about to ask. You immediately anticipated that. Now, that sends up some alarm bells.
He's just not really connected to us yet. You met him a few hours ago.
So my unfeeling of Sparenot does not feel like Sparenot's a doppelganger, you know what I mean, kind of thing. Like, it doesn't feel like frightening. It's just a vacancy.
No, not a vacancy. It's just you're experiencing Sparenot the same way that you've always experienced Sparenot, just as another human being wandering around.
Sure.
You have again a general and it's a pleasant feeling of interconnectedness with all things. And Sparenot's included in that, but only with your immediate companions are you able to like keenly sense how they're physically feeling.
That makes sense. People I had prior relative to. I just wanted to make sure that Sparenot wasn't like othered in the greater ecosystem of connectivity. In which case, we have much bigger problems to deal with here.
He's a legit human being.
We're dealing with some Earthsea shit all of a sudden,
I have a question, David. Are you? I don't know. Are you going to explain anything of your vision to us?
Well, I have a question before your question, which is, do any of these guys react to something on my shoulder?
Is it Ibby? We don't see it at all.
Do we see him?
You all see the moth. Yeah. So how you react is how you react. Yeah.
Okay. So
John hates animal companions, right?
That's why it's not moving.
Listen,
if we listen really close, John, what does it sound like? What does the moth say?
Well, what I'm kind of curious
Leroy
about,
Jenkins,
David, is if you're interconnected with everything, where's Darrigan? Can you feel where Darrigan is? Is there a sense of a trauma or a death up in the area, or
suffering?
Did he just wander off drunk, or is he suffering somewhere?
No. So we need to take our first break, but I'll put it very succinctly. This has given you the ability. It's limited to your immediate companions in your company, and they must all be knights. Right. So it's your kin and kindred is who you're connected to. Right.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So why don't we take our first break, and then we will roll back into it. We will be right back. Okay, we are back. Bladders empty, beers full. All right, Sir Meridian has returned. He has a weird velvet moth on his shoulder. Dark midnight blue.
How fare thee, Sir Meridian?
I fare well, my dear friend. I've seen many things. I can tell you're a little peckish. Haven't had anything to eat today, huh? No. Don't be embarrassed. I know you hate to be called out. And yet, here we are.
John, did a full 8 hours pass for us? Like what did we experience while he was gone?
Sorry, there is no. Sorry, caught me mid yawn. There is no significant time dilation. So it like an 8 hour span or so.
Okay, so past the full night.
Good to know. I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. I will proceed to share, my experience in a way that is articulable. I don't know that it is really, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm being honest, I think it's one of those things where it's like, I saw a vast expanse and I felt, and there's more to all of this than we realize, and we're connected. It's appropriate. That's sort of a fungal cave, fungal networks. Look them up. It's very interesting, et cetera, et cetera. The Wyrm has. What is the Wyrm?
He's so high right now.
Yeah, geez.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Sorry.
No, go.
The Wyrm has. I'm trying to do ayahuasca trip, okay, guys? Come on. If the Wyrm indeed is a thing and not something greater, the Wyrm has a vision for us, but I fear something awaits at that long road that will not spell fortune for us, though we must pursue it. I trust that you all have the bravery to do so.
Of course.
I do, sir, says Spare Not. He is riveted to your account much more so than your other companions, and he is very happy to see that you are well. Although he looks at you askance, like he knows that something weird happened to you. I mean, everyone is fairly obvious.
Why don't I go up to him? I like this. I'll put my hand on his shoulder and say, "My name is Sir Meridian. Yours?"
Don't you know me, sir? I'm your squire, Spare Not.
It is nice to meet you again, Spare Not.
Sir, I am at your service, sir.
I have a question. So, and this is I'm not sure how to ask this without being very meta and obvious, so I'm just going to do it that way. We know that, for example, you have revealed the interconnectedness of all things. And we know the relationship between the Seers and the Queen and the land and fate and so on. And the problems of the land, need to be solved in order for the land to be healthy and thriving because of the interconnectedness of all things. And so as we go about our quests and our journeys and we heal the beekeeper was he a beekeeper or a beer maker? I forget.
Beer maker.
He was the beer maker. As you heal the beer maker or, whatever kind of other deeds we do as we go around out there and spread kindness and mercy and extol the virtues of bravery, we heal the land sort of idea, right? If I start talking about these sorts of ideas to Meridian, does he rather than you, John, you having to give him a very detailed vision, do parts of his vision come floating up and he says, yes, I see that, that's true, I saw that in my vision kind of thing? Or is his vision kind of basically done? He sees us and he's connected to us.
It again, or
I have a good follow-up.
I have a good follow-up to that. He has a cheat code to find out about myths? No, he does not.
No.
Not a cheat code. But I guess it was kind of a cheat code, I suppose.
No. I think that's fair. I'll also follow up, which may also not be within the boundaries of what we want to do with this. But a pressing thing are sort of the Seers and the Watcher and the sense of protecting a outcome of fate, right? Interconnectedness could mean, regardless of outcomes, I'm interconnected to everything. Interconnectedness might mean there's a great, network of truth, of being, and then there's a rift. At which point I would identify, maybe, even if I can't name what the rift is, I could say, oh, there's something strange here. An aberration from that feeling without the specifics of what it is.
That's
might be something that Ted's asking about. But in fairness, Ted, if all things are interconnected, an aberration is connected, right? Mm-hmm. So it may just be, that's a philosophical thing, but you know what I mean?
Are you saying that you cannot go against nature because if you go against nature, that's a part of nature too?
Yeah. Oh, well, listen, that's a detox.
Well, here's my way of framing kind of that same question, right? I had this image of all these strings, right? Like a conspiracy board with all the strings, everything's connected. Are all strings equal? Is this a whole wall of red interconnected thing? Or in looking at this whole thing, do you see a black sickness, right? Is something connected but not right? Kind of the same way of asking the same thing. I mean,
we're asking you that, John. Did he get anything like that out of his visions?
No. So you want to look at it again, as if you're a character in legend, right? If a character in legend has a profound vision like this, it's going to affect the way that he sort of approaches and sees the world. Sure. And in a game like this, it should affect the way that you role play your character. It just so happens that randomly we selected the one character where this probably makes the most sense for them. So it's more of a lateral move for David probably for his night. Although I'll leave that up to David rather than a more drastic.
Well, I'll get weirder. Don't you worry.
Right. But what I'm saying is I've there may or may not be some mechanical benefits to it, but you can't use it as a lever to gain more information. Let's put it that way.
That makes
in other words,
sense.
It is not a cheat code. Yes. But it's just you sort of see things differently now.
Okay. Yeah. I think on
well.
It feels like more of an emotional than an intellectual experience if we're trying to narrativize this around the mechanics of it. It's something that is felt, that is true. Hence what I was saying.
A good example, the Green Knight, right? One of our two touchstones,
exactly.
Right? The scene wherever he is tied up by the bandit and then he has a sense of time passing as the camera moves 360 degrees around him and it comes back around. He's a skeleton. He leaves that encounter completely changed.
Yes,
right. He sees things differently after that. Right. Yes. Does it affect the way, does he have any special powers? No. Yeah. Right. But he sees things differently. So kind of view it like that.
Okay.
Yeah. I wasn't trying to find a power or a mechanical advantage out of it.
I know you were. You were just asking if there was one. But there is.
Well, no, I was actually, Matt phrased it better. what I was asking is, does he see, or did he see, or if we ask him about it, does he remember seeing a flaw in the web of connectedness, a sickness, a black mark, or something?
Yeah, a problem in the land. I mean, not like, and again, not a cheat code that we would know where that is or what it is, but that it exists, right?
No, he does not get that sense.
Okay.
Doesn't mean it's not there. It's just that whatever vision he got did not relay that to him.
Fine.
Yeah, perfect.
So it sounds like then we should make the long climb back up and see what we can do about getting Croyle Hinge cleaned up and restored.
Yeah, and we still haven't succeeded in our message or our mission of finding
Darrigan.
Darrigan.
I think it's Darrigan. Yeah. So I will don my armor again and begin the climb.
Okay. So you make your way back up. It takes you some time again, but you find your way back into Croyle Hinge proper, underneath. You can even be up top if you want to. But time has passed. Let me see here.
Does the moth follow us?
Moth has not moved at all from his shoulder.
Stays on the shoulder.
Okay.
Let's see. Where am I here? Where's my fucking roll? Here it is. Okay. So yeah, as you emerge and you peer through the broken stone doors to the mausoleum outside, you see that the rain has passed since on the new day. That there's a cool breeze blowing in, and that there are multiple clouds that are drifting through the sky at a pretty rapid pace. And you are viewing this expanse now for the first time in the daytime. And you see the land spread out before you is sodden from the previous night's rainfall. And your vision mostly, as you're sort of peering out the doors, is of Lake Arnisle spread out before you. Right. So
hey, John,
the sun is glinting atop it. Yeah.
Can I ask one more? I don't mean it in an annoying way, but potentially annoying question. Again, not in a cheat code way, but like when I feel connectedness to the world, well, I guess we kind of articulated this is only like with my direct compatriots. What I was trying to get a sense of is like, do I feel the land? Do I feel the sea? But I guess I wouldn't. So never mind. I answered my own question. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think the pressing question now is Sir Darrigan. Where could he have gone? Which direction? If we look now, John. So is it daytime now? I kind of lost like how long we spent underground.
It's daytime. As I said, this is the first time you've experienced the daytime.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. So we look around. Is there, assuming that he was, possibly injured when his little hut was crushed, does it look? Can we see a likely direction that somebody would go, an easier path away from this place? Maybe he was seeking help or something. Can we, if we look, can we see anything that would be more obvious for an injured person to go?
Not really. There is a path, and it's the path that you took. The lone path was an overgrown, path through the wilderness that led to Fieldwood Mews, which seems to be the only direct, demarcated path to
it's
anywhere.
not a cul-de-sac.
Is there there's no sort of maybe very minor footpath down to the lake or anything like that?
No, there is not. No. No. Although the way down is relatively clear. It's not, not too obstructed with, too many obstacles.
Yeah. I'm going to ride down to the lake shore and look to see if there's any sign of Darrigan or anybody else that had gone that way, and kind of check it out and come back.
Okay. Anyone else going with him?
Sure. I'll go. I mean, could this be, John, mechanically? Could this be us doing the complete search of this hex?
If you like,
right?
Good idea.
Seems wise, right, guys?
That's a great idea.
I agree.
Let's search the hex.
Okay.
And specifically for anything that might be Sir Darrigan holed up and injured,
right?
Or lost, or kidnapped.
So that takes a phase to do the entire hex search. So you scour the hex around, and you do not find any signs of Sir Darrigan at all. Very few signs of civilization in general in this hex. It's a windswept tall grasses that are getting the breeze that kind of blows off of Lake Arnisle. When you go down to the shore of Lake Arnisle, you do have a moment where you kind of realize that, my God, we were underneath this not too long ago. This majestic body of water, right? And you do see some signs of civilization, and you do see like the sails of a couple of fishing boats like dotted across on the water, making their way sort of to and fro. Most of them kind of heading south more towards Ictopion. But yeah, that's it. It's very pleasant out today, but you don't come across anything too particularly interesting. One thing of note for your moth, Sir Meridian, is that its antenna have stopped moving. So it just seems to be this inanimate piece of cloth that is just sort of on your shoulder.
Altogether, no stimulus that I try to provoke it towards makes the antenna move.
It depends on what you do. I don't know what you're doing, but if you're assuming you're just letting it sit on your shoulder, it does not move at all.
Okay, so if I need to, I call to action. Sorry, I'm going to turn to it and say, "Family, I miss you. Let me know that you're there."
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Okay,
David, I don't mean this facetiously. I think you should kiss it.
Oh, how cute!
Oh, that'd be so sweet.
No,
I think it's exactly what I didn't mean. I mean, like the kiss of life, to wake it. To
no. I like this. There's something. Why not? Why don't I give it a peck as a sort of acknowledgement?
When you remove your lips from it, there's just the smallest little puff of blue dust. The only other time that happened is whenever you made physical contact with it before.
But no animation, no antennae movement. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
so we find
figure it out
nothing
later.
in the hex. No footprints, no body, no interlopers.
No, I mean, there is signs. I should say that you probably found signs of like the robbers both coming and going, right?
Sure.
Fairly obvious, but nothing.
But nothing we want.
Yeah.
Right. So let's go back to Croyle Hinge and figure out our next move from there. So it's not unguarded.
Yeah. Perhaps we, there are we could follow the shore up towards the river Arn, I see up to the north, or go directly to the east or to the northeast. How do you feel?
Have we fully excavated the collapsed shelter to make sure that he's not in there?
We did search there.
You did it on the previous session, yeah.
Yeah. It may be that Sir Darrigan is simply gone.
People do not just start gone. Something happens, right? Someone takes you, or eats you.
He
or
may
something.
be on his own quest. It may not be our job to find him.
But
you know what I mean?
This is what we accepted to do. I think.
Well, just because someone asked us to do it doesn't necessarily mean it's our fate to succeed.
True.
It may be that he's on his own path.
Mm.
The Croyle Henge thing, you made an oath to at the foot of that statue, did you not?
I did to find his dogs and to protect this realm.
I think that takes precedence over Sir Darrigan.
I do not know that they necessarily contradict each other.
They may be connected. It's true.
You cannot search for one thing to the exclusion of searching for other things, right? If you are searching, you are searching. I just am feeling antsy. I wish to go. I do not know about you. I feel east. Just we would still stay close to Fieldwind Mews. So should we need to return there, and yet to the east is
to visit the shores of the Expanse.
Yes.
I'm down for that. Absolutely.
A reasonable goal.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's search the next hex over.
Okay, so you're going to mount up on your horses. Don't forget we have Davith as well with Sir Malachi.
Mm-hmm.
And Spare Not. So you. One thing for Spare Not. I'm actually wrote this down here. Where is he? Hold on one second. I got it here. I just got to find my listing for it. Right. So where Davith has that balladeer thing, where he can make the morale of enemies worse. Spare Not has a thing too. He is a gatherer, a natural gatherer.
Ooh.
So he has a 1 in 6 chance of gathering a remedy, capital R remedy, if given all day long. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's not great, but it's but better. You normally don't have unless you know where a remedy could be found. You don't have any chance of finding a remedy. So pretty cool.
So if the remedy for feeling thirsty is a bottle of whiskey, he could find that.
Well, it's the specific mechanical term remedy, but
I know.
But yeah. Okay. So you're going to be on your steeds, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you can move 1 hex, and actually that took a phase. Let's move David's clock around here to afternoon. It took a phase to actually search the hex that Croyle Hinge was in, and so it will take you another phase to sort of move into this other hex. So you're going to be at nighttime by the time you're sort of done with whatever occurs in this hex. So let's see. Okay, so you head east. You can see as you trek. You're not going at full speed, but as you trek eastwards through this area, which is called Ectopia. Don't forget this. That connecting sort of bridge between the two bodies of water is Ectopia. You see, because there's a wide field of view from differing vantage points, you can see the Fieldwind Mews off in the distance, like way off in the distance. You can see sort of smoke rising out there, and that's where House Hippotrophius is. You also pass through beautiful grasslands where there are a lot of roaming wild horses. Just, like, what do you call them? Herds. What's that? Am I wrong?
No, it's herds. Yep.
of wild horses. And you move into that hex. As you're moving in, and you're enjoying the weather, enjoying the ride, kind of looking out for anything that you might be possibly able to see. Any signs of Sir Darrigan? There's definitely signs of civilization. You end up, I believe, crossing the road again. Let's check here. Yes, you do cross that road. So the road passes through this hex and continues up towards the northeast, just so you're aware.
This is the old Imperial Road?
The old Imperial Road, that's correct, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It heads off towards the northeast. It looks like, do you see that body of water, that river that sort of empties into the Adamant Expanse? It looks like the road is going to cross that at some point.
Okay.
But you cross over the road, and as you do so, you do see that there are a few travelers going back and forth between Allstone Keep and Ectopion. So you're fully back within like civilized areas. Just as the dust of one particular caravan of goods or whatever, like kind of moves off out of sight down south towards Fieldwind Mews, you spot a patch of blood off the side of the road on the eastern side. Like a large patch of blood.
Oh, we should investigate this, huh? No, go over and take a look.
Yeah, absolutely. Why would we do that?
Yes, it's just some blood on the road. It could be some mosquitoes that got squashed. Don't worry about it.
All right, you when you take a look at the patch, you see that it is wetted down a whole bunch of tall grasses. And it's dark, and it looks like it's relatively old, relatively dry. There appears to be a couple pieces of red flesh in there as well.
Red flesh?
Mm-hmm. Well, I just mean bloody flesh.
Okay.
I will,
wait. I get down on my hands and knees, and I stick my nose right in that blood, John, and I'm going to be like, can I get any kind of sense of what blood it is?
You gonna lick that too, there, Malachi?
I might. I just dip my finger in it and give it a little lick.
Any
Is it
sort of liquid,
A?
Sir Malachi's all over. It's just
Be positive.
Listen, I love it. I love it.
all right.
Yeah.
It seems like normal blood. Very irony, right?
Human or beast? Human or beast?
Come
on.
Nothing
He's
on
the
your
Bloody
character sheet
Knight.
says you know anything about blood just because you're the Bloody Knight.
Well, I mean, you said that there were chunks of flesh. I mean, it's gross, but we could tell if that chunks of flesh were, have fur and a pelt on them, or
It looks like viscera.
Okay. Ugh, that's gross.
Okay, it's not like a massive pile of it. It's not like
Some,
you've gutted
little
a
bits.
fish and there's just like a huge sloppy pile. It's like a little bits of meat are in amongst the blood as well. Sir Malachi, however, though, when you get really close and you're trying to determine, you're like, well, it's what we kind of, it looks like a kill of some sort, right? Was done here. You do see something glinting amidst the blood as well. And when you take a closer look, Sir Malachi, you see that it's a few chainmail links.
Aha.
Tell everyone to fan out and see if they find any more blood.
I want to ask Spare Not if he knows what sort of armor Darrigan wore.
I know not, sir. I never met the man.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we should fan out from here and look for more evidence or clues.
All right. As you do so, you see that there is definitely more blood as a smear that kind of leads off into the wilderness towards the east, like approaching like the banks of the Adamant Expanse.
We should follow Schmear.
For
sure.
And just to recap, right? We're still not doing great, right? Like Meridian is still at 0 vig.
I'm exhausted. Yes.
And I'm at 3. Okay, just a baseline. Haven't found a place of warm hospitality yet. That's cool. That's cool. We're brave knights.
Yeah, and speaking of which, too, the night is the sun is setting as you move towards the east. It's setting behind you. As darkness starts to slowly approach, but it's still light enough, and it's still relative. It's pretty evident the amount of blood. And it's not too long that you're following this blood trail before you see that it leads to like a small little copse of trees, and you see a form is resting against that tree with its back to the tree, its head against its chest. Okay. From a distance.
Let's approach it quietly and respectfully.
Okay. As you do so, it does not move. Your moth does not do anything, Sir Meridian, in case you were wondering. When you approach it, you see that it is definitely a corpse. The corpse itself has been mangled and torn in numerous different places. Its left arm has been completely removed in a savage manner and is gone. So there's just like a stump like halfway up the bicep. Okay, ragged though, ragged. There is a sallet helmet that the corpse is wearing, and you can't see the face though. Even though the visor is raised, his face is on his chest, splattered with blood. Armor. There is a sword at his side that is also bloody as well, but it looks like he has been savaged by some sort of awful beast.
Hey, John,
I think.
Are there hound footprints all around the ground?
There is not.
Okay.
But there's blood. There's tramped down areas and stuff like that, but you can't see any prints at all, which is sort of weird. You see the knight's prints, and it obviously you kind of know what you're looking at here. But the shield, which has also been damaged and also been savaged, does have heraldry on it. That is actually I haven't figured this out yet, but it's a marker of a knight of the Sidereal Guard.
So most likely Darrigan.
Well, he has his sword, his scabbard and stuff is still there. Can we search, that and his other belongings to see if there's any kind of marking of, whether this is really him?
It certainly seems like it is. Like there's
okay.
Well, if you take it back to Fieldwind Muse, you'll know right away if it's the wrong guy.
Yeah, and we haven't looked at his face yet. Did we tilt it up and
let's look the
inside
visor.
the helmet and see?
Yeah, so the face is of a bearded man, young, has a cruel twist to his mouth, but it looks like he died in a great amount of pain, likely from blood loss. All the colors drained out of his face, and that's the deal.
I think we have to just kind of gather him up and bring him back to Fieldwind Mews, guys. Right?
I agree, although I think since I'm in pretty good shape, I'll probably go back to Croylehenge and stand guard because it's supposed to be guarded at all times. And we've kind of left it. I don't feel right about leaving it.
Oh, yeah.
What? Go ahead, David.
I mean, you swore, or you made the bandits swear an oath of protection to it, and you sent them on the way on such terms. But you could have said, before you go, watch this while we're gone. I mean, not to.
Well, I mean, it was more what I was getting at with that was not so much that they had to stand guard, but that they would be, walking the land anyway,
Sure.
as local yeomanry.
Gotcha.
Its care was now in their purview.
How about this as a proposal? Sorry to interrupt. How about what if we go to Fieldwind Mews, get together a band of people? We can gather up a war band, right? Which would be needed to put the stone back into place to make it habitable again, so that a guard could stay there, because the little hut's been smashed. So
Sure.
let's bring him to Fieldwind Mews, gather up some guys to come and fix Croylehenge and make it so that somebody can stay there and shelter and guard it.
That's a fine idea.
It makes
I
sense
think we
to me.
should take this guy back for sure.
My question is, do we think he was ravaged by his own hounds?
I think he was possibly ravaged by the Croylehenge hounds. Yeah. I think that's a high likelihood. And I gather that other people have gone missing as well. Was that right, John? Is that something they told us?
Yeah, not frequently, but like not that no one's that they're worth less than Sir Darrigan, but the first person of note was Sir Darrigan. Yeah.
Okay. And I remember from last time the image that had changed on Brunor's scabbard was one of these dogs sitting at the feet of a person who had the head of a dog. Mm-hmm. There's nothing about his helmet or anything like that that's kind of dog shaped, or there's no
no.
Okay,
nothing like that.
Just check it. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I do feel strongly that what?
Let's do that. Let's load his body up and head back to Croylehenge and gather some people while we go.
Okay. Well, I feel strongly that I should go back to Croylehenge myself right now.
Well, then I think you should. Then if
So that's what I'm going to do.
You definitely should. Yeah,
I'm doing that. I'm going to protect the tomb.
Okay, and the rest of you?
I'm going with him.
Well, wait. You're going to go with him to Croylehenge. The rest of us, I would think we're going to go to Fieldwind and get the guys to go up.
Okay, why don't you guys do that? We'll take the body back to Croylehenge, and you guys go.
Well, the body's got to go to Fieldwood Mews, Mike.
I'm so confused with the Croylehenge is right outside the Mews, correct? Like that's where
they're in separate hexes.
Oh, I'm so confused.
They're in separate hexes, and Darrigan's body needs to go back to the Mews.
Okay,
and I think some or most of us should do that with the body. This idea of a warband is a great idea. There's obviously a beast on the loose. There's work to be done at the temple, or at the tomb. But I just want to go back and guard it. And if you can come with me, or you can go back to the Mews and get a good night's sleep or whatever.
I'll go with them. So.
Okay. So I'm going to go stand vigil at the tomb, John.
This is your solo post.
Okay, cool. All right. So you, the rest of you go back to Fieldwind Mews. Let's see. Okay, hold on one second. I got to check. Actually, why don't we take our second break? It's about that time, and I will do my checking off air. We will be right back. All right, we are back. Bladders empty, beers full. Okay, so Aurelius is going back to Croylhenge, which is 1 hex to the west, and the rest of you guys are going back to Fieldwind Mews with the body of Sir Darrigan, which is 1 hex to the south west. Unfortunately, it is night has fallen by the time that we deal with the body, that's Sir Darrigan. So you guys are, unless you want to, I mean, it's not like you can't see night falling. So if you would like to take a rest, you can right here before you move to your final destinations, or would you like to push through?
I mean, I'm willing to push through simply because there's a road here that we can follow, which is pretty, right? Am I mistaken that the road goes?
You have a yeah. But the bulk of the troop has a road that they can go back on. Yes. Yeah. So Aurelius does not.
So I would be comfortable, and I would want to get his body back to Fieldwind Mews as soon as possible. I'm already in rough shape, and a night's rest isn't going to help much there anyway. So I'd just push through, take us back on the road to Fieldwind Mews.
Okay, so Aurelius.
I will push through to the Croylhenge, although I do intend to collapse under my cloak as soon as I get there.
Okay, cool. Sir Aurelius, roll me a d6, please.
Okay.
I
rolled a 6.
Ooh, okay. So it is. You are particularly bewildered on your journey back to Croylhenge at nighttime. You're not lost, but you do lose d6 spirit. I mean, you lose 6 spirit.
Oh, I don't have 6 spirit to lose.
Well,
that's unfortunate.
Welcome to the exhausted gang, Ted.
Okay, so you're not exhausted. You are impaired.
Nope. Sorry.
So your spirit is at 0. So your attacks are impaired. You will roll a single d4 no matter what you attack with.
Ooh.
Okay. So you it just takes it all out of you. Like it's really difficult traveling. You have to go very carefully. You have to kind of guide your horse through, weird gopher holes and stuff like that. And it just takes a lot out of you. So you're kind of down in the dumps when you finally reach Croylhenge. And maybe it's a little bit that you're kind of missing your companions as well.
Aww.
And maybe you're kind of resenting that they didn't take you up on on what you feel was a solemn duty to guard Croylhenge. And that's just affecting your mood. And so you sucked it all out of you. Okay. So, meanwhile, anyways, Croylhenge is the way that you left it. Nothing has changed. Okay. It's night, but it's not rainy, which is nice. So you can stand your vigil at nighttime and not worry. Are you going to remain awake the entire night in vigil?
No, I'm not, because certainly Sir Darrigan, when he was posted out here, wasn't awake the whole time. Otherwise, he wouldn't have needed a hut. He'd just stood there. So obviously, sleeping while you're out here is allowed. So. Yeah, I'm going to get under the eaves of the crypt and I'll curl up in my cloak and go to sleep.
Okay, cool. All right, you go to sleep. The rest of you guys are going to travel. You do not take spirit loss because you have a guide, which is the road back to Fieldwind Mews. So you arrive. Although they know who you are and they respect you as knights, there is and they show you every appearance of hospitality and welcoming me in. There is a general feeling, especially among the actual blooded members of House Hippotrophius, that it's not the proper thing to do as a knight to arrive unbidden after the sun sets into a place of hospitality.
Oh, okay.
Even with the body of their relative?
Just in general, whenever you approach, you are given a little bit of a side eye. Okay. Of course, when they do see that the body of Sir Darrigan is with you, they rush and call people and all that kind of good stuff. Mm-hmm. There is great sadness amongst especially the house members. You do notice that there is a lot of whispering and side-eyed looks thrown your way from the staff, the non-blooded staff, and none of them seem to be too particularly distraught by news of Sir Darrigan's death. No one's rejoicing, but no one seems to be as distraught as the blooded members are.
Okay, so maybe he wasn't the nicest guy.
Said he had a cruel cast to his features.
Huh. Which is interesting. If it were the hounds who did this to him, maybe there is some kind of like
they know
sense of justice.
Yeah.
So who comes out from the main building, the main manor house to collect the body is Lord Endry. Lord Endry is the heir, the firstborn son of Lady Gowir, and Lady Gowir is the head of the house. Yeah, but that is a new detail. You did not know who the head of House Hippotrophius was.
Right.
What was her name again, John? For the notes.
Gowir, Gowere. She is known as the Dowager Duchess, and she is the widow of the deceased Lord Medrin, who was killed in the Wars of Worth.
Well, no wonder they don't like Croyle.
You have not met Lady Gowir. She was a very private person. But Lord Endry is present a lot of the times. You've met him before. You did not come away with a good impression of him. Neither do you come away with a good impression with him now. He is an indolent man, sickly, and very, very cruel, and is happy to display it at all times. He goes through the motions of, he did this whenever you arrived the first time at Field of Muse as well, of showing you hospitality. He recognizes you as knights, and he obviously looks highly upon knights and nobles, so he's cool with you guys. But he comes out and just makes a huge deal about seeing Sir Darrigan. Now, granted, it's his brother, right? It's Sir Darrigan is one of his younger brothers. He's the heir, and as we know, the Sidereal Guard is filled with second sons and things like that, right? So, but it's so over the top, like the wailing. It's like a Sicilian mother. Right, it's like the wailing and the throwing of the body on top of the body, and my good brother Darrigan, a saint among men, and what has been done to him. I shall bring whoever did this to justice, and tell me everything. I demand it. How did you find him? That sort of thing.
Okay. And I don't think we would need to hold that part back, that we searched, we did our search of the land trying to find him. Unfortunately, we found this, this blood and the scene of his attack. We found no evidence of his attackers or what happened, other than it seemed to be some sort of beast that got the better of your dear brother.
A beast, you say? It must have been a mighty fell beast. Look at the wounds on him. Look how they've disfigured him, my poor brother.
Indeed, it is a sad thing, but at least he has a place now to rest at home.
Okay, so you see, you remember when you were asking for about like a possible groundskeeper? Well, it's not a groundskeeper. But you recognize him from your previous time here, that this is the kennel master.
Okay.
He's sort of like nonchalantly leaning up again, like underneath the eaves of like an outbuilding there, kind of watching it, and just kind of with a dull look in his eyes, disapproving as he's sort of from a distance, and he just says, at an audible volume, but not trying to draw attention to himself, he says, "It's the hounds, all right." And he's just sort of like chewing, and he spits on the ground. Endry either didn't hear him or pretends not to hear him.
I think with some space, so that we're not kind of like doing this in front of Lord Endry, I do want to approach this kennel master and ask him more about hounds. Have there been other attacks like this that he knows about? But again, I don't want to do this in front of the Lord.
Okay. So you want to kind of move away? Like, okay,
yeah.
So he's like, Andrew's going to be busy, like taking care of the body. He was sobbing copiously, like way overboard as the body is taken back into the manor house. And you could tell that he's probably, genuinely not happy about what happened, but it's just hyperbole. It's just like way overboard, as if he's trying to make an impression to the staff, right? That sort of thing. You could hear his wailing as you sort of go off with the kennel master. and he sort of ducks his hat a little bit at you, and he says, knuckles his forehead. Sorry, my lords, did I say something wrong?
No. You said something very interesting. Just wanted to find you. You say this seems like the work of a hound or hounds. Is this familiar to you?
I think it is. Not my hounds, mind you. My hounds are loyal. Good boys and girls they are. The name's Burberry. But I speak of the hounds of myth. Sir Croyle's hounds. People laugh at me, say I'm too close to the dogs myself and that I'm part dog myself. But mark me, knights, I don't make a fool of myself willingly, so when I say it, pay attention to me. Those hounds, they've got a life of their own. And if something disturbed the tomb, they're out there hunting, they are. I found the remains of a deer, and that deer was barely recognizable as such. There was no wolf that did it. Something larger.
And is it just deer, or has this happened to other people as well?
People have gone missing, but we haven't found the remains. This is the first human remains that have been brought back. Mm-hmm. You've been to Croyle, NJ. The rumors are amongst the staff that you ventured there.
Indeed. There has been some damage to the henge that we, part of our mission here. I want to speak to the Lord to pull together a team to come out and make some repairs. One of the stones has fallen and damaged the dwelling for the guard.
A wise course, my lord. I fully support it. I could recommend a band of good men who know of construction techniques and such that can help out with such a thing. Would be an honor, sir.
I shall hold you to this because we will need them. The stones are very large. What can you tell us more about the stories of Sir Croyle's hounds? We do not know all of the history of this great land.
In the time. Sorry, go ahead.
Real quick, Matt, I'm just curious. Perhaps you should mention that Aurelius is there now and see if the kennel master flips his lid. Like, what? Alone? Oh, he's doomed or something like that. I'm just curious. No reason.
No reason.
Yeah. I would tell him that we left one of our companions there to guard. We didn't, he was very thoughtful and very mindful of the historical significance of this place. And we didn't want to leave it unguarded even for a night.
That's a wise action. Is he a member of the guard?
No. He's a member of our company.
And he narrows his eyes a little bit, and he says, best not to relay that information to the horse folk, if you know what I mean. And he sort of like nods towards the main manor house.
I think I do. What tell me more of the stories of Sir Croyle and his hounds.
Well, if you've been to Croylehenge, I'm sure you looked upon the murals inside. But the stories are true, as far as we know it. At least that's what we hold true. But the hounds were his dearest companions. There was the hound in shadow, the hound on the wind, and the hound in flesh. They all had names, although they've been lost to time. Rumor says that deep down inside the depths of the tomb that the names can be found.
And what of how did Sir Croyle, how was he able to control these hounds? Is it just their loyalty to him, or was
the loyalty? As I command my own hounds, it's a mutual respect, of course. But it is said, however, that unlike, I'm trying to stay in his voice, but unlike he in his own role as a kennel master, Sir Croyle, they were dogs of war, for one thing. They're trained to fight vicious animals, would answer to no one but Sir Croyle. And it is said that Sir Croyle, other than the Fisher King himself, could not stand the company of other men, and as he stayed with those hounds more and more, the less he could tolerate the presence of men, until it was only him and the king and the 3 hounds. And at some point it was said, nigh on the day of his death at the hands of the Gilded Legion, that his fellow members of the guard had to put a collar on him himself because he became more hound than man.
So this collar was a way to control the hound within, as they say.
Aye, that is a poetic way of putting it.
I'm a man of poetic words, you know.
Let me see to getting a band together. In the meantime, I know that the beds are plush and soft inside the manor house, but you may be more comfortable in the servants' quarters. More friendly ears, I should say. If you'll forgive me the imposition.
No. Your hospitality is welcome and noted. I thank you. As is your tales of history and these mighty beasts. So yeah, I'll go back and I'll tell the other 2 about this offer, and I would imagine that there's some negotiating to do here in terms of like what's expected in terms of where we rest. Like how much of an insult is it going to be to Lord Endry if we don't stay in the castle? Or do we even think that he might even not notice?
You're already again, the rules of hospitality definitely preside. So you're fine. You've been invited in. However, you have missed dinner, which is another. That's one of the reasons why they're not happy with you arriving after dark, because when knights of your stature come in, you're agreed with hospitality. And not necessarily a feast, but you are definitely invited to table, and you are expected to sit at table and regale the Lord with tales and sharing of information, the whole 9 yards, right? And you missed that. Of course. You missed dinner.
They made all this food for us, and it just sat.
Yeah. Well, the food was already made, and they've already eaten. You would have been invited to that dinner should you have arrived on time, but you missed it. So, there are beds waiting for you in the manor house, but no one is in particular rush to help you out and to show you a good time, right?
Okay. I'm not down with the rich folks, so I'm going to go hang out with the servants.
I don't know, Sir
servants
Malachi.
of the land.
Very good at telling bedtime
stories. Them with fiery wine.
Okay.
You haven't used that. You want to?
You could.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why not do it?
Do it.
Yeah, I mean, I have a bond with Burberry here, so yeah, I'll take him up and I'll stay with the people.
Okay, so you've all seen Downton Abbey, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's the above ground people, and then there's the below ground people, right? Like
the
two different. Yeah. So it's like a whole different world in the corridors and back rooms of the house that make everything operate. Or it's sort of like Titanic, right? There's like the below decks guys, and then there's the whole caste system. So depending on your proclivities as your own unique knights, I mean, I know that what we are personally as real people, but your knights may feel differently. But it's a much more lively, enjoyable, lowbrow sort of entertainments and things like that. But do you actually ply them as like sort of as a gift, Sir Malachi, with your strong burning wine?
Yes, but I'm not going to get them like wasted because I don't want to make them get in trouble, right? Like I'm very cognizant that if they are all hungover and shitty tomorrow, that we might get blamed, B, they might get punished. And so, if anyone starts getting overserved, I'll call an end to the festivities for myself and I'll retire.
You can control it, but so am I right in assuming that you're giving them enough to sort of loosen their lips?
Yes, absolutely.
Right. Okay, so that's fine. So it works wonders. So this is the first time you've actually seen the Bloody Knight actually, use this stuff, and as they gladly accept because they're thrilled that a knight is offering this free of charge. This wine, they don't get sloshy at all. But the staff in general, the conversation starts to steer towards how shitty House Hippotrophius is. Right. This can kind of be it's a little bit of confirmation bias probably for you guys, right? Like you're already kind of predisposed not to like them. And so they're sort of confirming this, but in Vino Veritas, very much so with your particular vintage there, Sir Malachi. They regale you with all sorts of stories about the depredations of House Hippotrophius. Most of them are in the far past during the days of Empire. They have wisely curtailed a lot of that behavior, but there are rampant stories among the staff that in secret, House Hippotrophius is still up to the same old shenanigans it used to be, that it actively works to undermine Queen Ingilmara, that everyone, anytime the Queen is mentioned, a toast is raised and hands are knocked on tables, and like they love the Queen. They just love her, right? For whatever reason. But you get the feeling that they love her because she is not a member of the Tetracephalon. That seems to be the primary reason. And I think we discussed in the last session, like there's no signs of them being physically abused at all, right? But it's just the typical disdain given towards the lower caste. So they're not happy about it. They have nothing good to say about Lady Goir or Lord Endry or any of the other sons. The one person that they begrudgingly hold respect for, who's a member of House Hippotrophius, is Sir Amboise of the Field, because he is the Knight Commander of the Sidereal Guard. But even him, they said that he took
my father-in-law.
Your father-in-law. That's right.
Yeah.
The rumor is, and again, this is coming from this class of citizens, so who knows how much access to the actual information they have, but they the rumor is that Sir Amboise took the role reluctantly, that he actually hates his elder brother Lord Endry. Lord Amboise, Sir Amboise is the second son of Lady Goir, and the rumor is that Lord Endry was the target of an assassination plot dreamed up by Sir Amboise, and that it failed. And Lord Endry discovered that it was likely Sir Amboise, but could not prove it. But Lord Endry does not forget. Now that all sounds like really like high soap opera bullshit to you.
Game of Thrones, man.
Yeah, some serious Game of Thrones sort of stuff. So who knows if like they're dreaming it up and how much of it's the wine talking and blah blah blah. But
yeah,
those are the rumors that are floating around.
Doesn't make a ton of sense because Endry, like you described it, he's sickly, right? Weak and sickly. And Amboise, he's a badass.
Yeah, he's a badass. Yeah.
Yeah. He's also apparently a potential assassin, Matt. Welcome to the family.
Hey, yeah. I'm sure it'll be fine when he finds out I've married his daughter.
Just remember, huge tracts of land, Matt.
huge tracts of land.
Okay, so that's that. That's what you learned at nighttime from them. Was there any other specific information? Did I forget something? That you were gonna...
I don't think so. It was mostly about the dogs because
dogs, warband.
Yeah, so the warband,
local legend.
Yeah,
we could just cut to the chase. Burberry heads that up and collects like let's see, warband. Wait a second. 24 or so combatants. So yeah, so that's a lot, like 24 guides. So we'll say 24. Big troop of dudes. They and they're doing this in secret. This is sort of like a Boghouse Boys sort of thing, right? Almost that's a sizable chunk of the staff of this house, right? And they're willing to go with you to put an end to the hounds to go back to Croylhenge and build it up, because they respect Croylhenge and its sanctity much more than they respect their employers here at House Hippotrophius.
Right.
So they are perfectly aware that if they are found out that they're going to be in deep shit, but they're willing to take the risk. Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
They are under your command.
Yeah, and we would gather them up, and as they're like loading up, if we're seen or questioned by the house members, we would just say that these whatever attacked Sir Derringer is how I always remember his name, Darrigan. Whatever attacked him, it would require a band of men working together. So we are taking them to seek out the justice that he deserves, if we're asked, right?
one way that you can avoid being asked and potentially getting in trouble, and I'm just going to put it out there, is you could leave under cover of darkness tonight. You could travel through the night. You can go to Croylhenge and meet up with Sir Aurelius with this band, and those 24 men would likely, they wouldn't find out till the morning time when they didn't clock in for work. So you could do that. I will telegraph to you that if you that you will lose the spirit. Right, you would lose the D6 spirit. Well, no, because there is a path to the Croylhenge from here, so you wouldn't lose the spirit, but you would lose, because you would not be able to sleep overnight. You would lose D6 clarity.
Okay,
I think
it's not good for me, guys. Like, my clarity is uber low, David. So
I have nothing to lose because I'm already at 0 vigor, but.
Actually, you do, because if
I can be at 0 clarity too.
If we're enjoying their hospitality tonight, and we do rest and go tomorrow, yes, we might get stopped, but at the same time, we could also leave tomorrow, like spend the day like secretly kind of squirreling away the supplies and stuff, and then leave the next night, right?
100%.
You would if you want the vigor restored, you need a full day in warm hospitality. That can be found here, but it's a full day.
Oh, so we'd have to stay tonight and the full day. Well, that wouldn't work, because then we'd stay the full day, heal up, and then leave tomorrow night. Can you feel? I would ask you. Well, you told us that you can kind of like connect with us, right? Sure. Can you feel Sir Aurelius? Can you feel? Is he doing okay? Like, is he scared and lonely, or can you
listen? Don't tell him I said this.
Ted rolled his eyes.
he's feeling a little lonely, a little cold. He gets bitter at night. He's feeling a little horny. Don't tell anyone I said that.
Oh, we need to send the bloody knife.
But otherwise, I think he's okay. On a mechanical level, I'm down to like do the full rest, etc., etc. I do like reuniting.
Yeah.
Because it feels so good.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to sacrifice my vigor restoration to reunite and to assuage my poor lad's lonely feelings, et cetera, et cetera. But that's kind of a meta thing more than it is a narrative thing, I suppose.
I mean, meta's not a bad word. Mike, how is your vig? Are you
my vig, just for my vig is at 8 of 11. So, not awesome, but not great. But if we try to push through tonight, I only ever have a clarity of 3. So for me, that's like a 50% chance of just arriving exhausted. That doesn't seem like a great plan. How
about this for a mid path through this? Meridian and Brunor sleep tonight, stay the full day tomorrow, because we're both like not great vigor wise, right? And then during the day tomorrow, when you can get there easily, you can go up and join with Aurelius, so he's not there. And then at the end of the day, we'll leave with the warband to come join.
Yeah, sure.
Makes sense to me.
Yep.
Okay. So forgive me, Mike. So Mr. Malachi is leaving on the morrow to join.
Yes, I'm leaving after I've gotten my rest, my beauty sleep.
Okay, and and then Meridian and Sir Bruno, you guys are hanging out during the day.
We'll stay the day, kind of help them like secret away the plans, like gather stuff up, not out of sight, and we'll leave with the warband over the cover of darkness the next night.
Okay, Sir Aurelius. At nighttime, when you were when you're under the eaves of the main mausoleum there.
Yes.
Sleeping, you're sleeping fitfully. It's not raining. So it's a lot nicer than last night you were here, but it's relatively cold at nighttime. And are you wearing your armor?
I am. I'm going to sit cross-legged, sword in my lap, kind of lean back against one of the columns.
Okay.
I got the wings splayed out.
Cool. But it's you've been in more comfortable situations, and it's not that great. And the weight of history behind you and what you've witnessed down there as well is kind of pressing on you as well. Make me a clarity save.
Boy,
Everyone always laughs when I make these versions because no one has any good scores apparently.
I don't. My clarity is a 4.
Oh, brutal. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Must be nice having a 4.
Woof. I rolled 2 1s, John. So that's
You're rolling a d20, right?
yeah.
So you're rolling 11? Okay. So
yeah.
Okay. So you felt. I had to
That's a very particular way of saying that.
I was avoiding being clear on the subject.
We could tell
because of a lack of clarity.
That's right.
Okay, so you failed. Roll me 2d6s, but don't add them up. Give me each result.
Okay. All right. 1 is a 5 and 1 is a 2.
Okay. All right. All right. So you're asleep.
Yep.
You have fitful dreams. Your dreams are interspersed with, hounds baying, like it's hound adjacent, all your dreams, right? You have dreams of Sir Croyle at battle with his hounds. You have dreams, especially vivid dreams, that really stand out, of that popped out bas relief on the column depicting his fellow knights collaring him, right, as he kneels before them. Yeah. And as at one particular point of the dream is the point where the collar actually like clicks around his neck, right? When that happens, you wake up like in a cold sweat, right? And it's still nighttime, but you see that there are a number of woodland creatures that have approached you tentatively. Mm-hmm. And are just sort of right near like your tip, like your legs are sort of spread out, like out, right, like straight out. Sure, they're approaching like your little feetsies. And I
am a
hey, John. Sorry to interrupt, John. Just let me know at which point in the night that I got the sense I got earlier. Just pinpoint. Pinpoint
no horniness. The loneliness is probably but no. So for real though, so you've got your armored. What are the feet coverings called in armor?
Sabatons.
Okay, yeah. So your pointed sabatons are stretched out long, and there are a number of small little woodland creatures, very like Disney-esque, like Cinderella-esque, right? Little bunnies, little chipmunks, a couple of birds. This is all at nighttime, and they're all together, and they're all looking at you with their heads sort of cocked, but tentatively sort of approaching you.
Okay.
It's very, very strange. And you're waking up in a cold sweat, like, and they a bunch of them sort of like jump back, but they don't run away.
Right.
Okay.
I will, after that moment of jolting, I recognize the magic of that moment and little woodland creatures coming to me, and I will stay still and whisper to them, they're there. It's all right. I won't hurt you.
Now, when you attempt to voice that, Sir Aurelius, you are unable to issue that speech. Nothing comes out. You're like, and instead, what comes out is instinctually a little bit of drool comes out of your mouth as you gaze upon them, and even though you have no ill will towards them, they look absolutely delicious.
So you're Snow White, but vicious.
The hound within, John?
The hound within.
I see. Well, normally I have a pretty decent iron will to not eat woodland creatures that are trying to be friendly.
Yeah, not fortunate to do so, but you just have a strong desire to do so.
Yeah. All right. I am not going to eat a woodland creature, John.
Okay, all right. That's fair enough. It takes a great deal of will to resist doing it, but not so much that I would require you to roll. Like you're not losing your agency, is what I'm saying. You have and you're a little bit scared at the same time, like you don't know what's happening, right? But you can't stop slavering, right? Like you're as long as you look at them, you're just like, oh my god, like the pangs of hunger. It's like you just feel this desire to get on all fours and hunt them all down.
So if I examine these feelings, do I have any sense of their origin?
So you have not lost your mind.
Right.
So like you even just ruminating to me, like, is this the hound within? You would probably be asking yourself that internally. Yeah.
Right. But do I feel like, are there hounds nearby? Or is it something behind me? Like, is it the
no, that's a good question. No, you feel inside you.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like inhabiting you. And it makes you really, really scared because you can sense that there's this thing in you and you don't know how it got there.
All right.
Do you bless the rains down in Africa?
I'm going to do that. Something 100 men or more could never do. I'm going to get on one knee and plant my sword and lean against it and just basically pray and try to maintain my nightly self.
Okay. We'll say it's like near the early dawn hours when this occurs, right? And for dramatic effect, we'll say that Sir Malachi, you ride up in the early hours of the morning and you see Sir Aurelius in this pose, and it takes you aback, right, as you sort of approach. Sir Aurelius, whenever you slowly raise your head to see what this approaching sound is of horse, you recognize your companion. You have no desire to eat your companion. However, his horse, tasty. That is looking good. It's looking good. And it frightens you how good it looks. Again, just to reinforce that. Back at Fieldwood Mews, where Sir Bruno and Sir Meridian are taking their leisure.
Lazy bums.
Sir Meridian perhaps may not be quite as leisurely as Sir Bruno, because Sir Meridian, you sensed that change in Sir Aurelius, but it was very, very vague. I would say it was probably enough just to sort of wake you briefly from slumber overnight.
Sure.
Right? Like, and you just sort of had this inkling like something's wrong, just more like just an intuition that something's wrong with Sir Aurelius.
Sure.
It's probably the only framing you would get on that. Right. Yeah. Okay. This we're close to ending time. This seems like a pretty good point to end it, right? This
seems great to me.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's do it. All right. Cool stuff happened. Thanks, guys. That was very fun.
That was really fun.
Great.
Good role playing there.
I did not anticipate being taken over by the hound within, but
listen, it all happens.
I'm so hungry I could eat a horse.
There you go.
Yep. Literally. Okay. That will do it. So we will see how Sir Aurelius handles being the hound within and how the rest of them are going to track down the other hounds next time we meet for episode 9. So thank you, as always, everyone, for watching and or listening. This has been episode 8 of our Mythic Bastionland campaign, the Adamant Expanse. Thank you to all of our community members out there for continually supporting us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and thanks, as always, especially to our paid tier Patreon subscribers, our explorers, our delvers, and of course, especially our conquerors. Ted will have the distinct pleasure of reading those names aloud. Don't forget, however, that if you are not a member of the Patreon, you should think very hard about possibly joining, because if you do so at any paid tier, you can get full access to our ongoing alternate campaign, Return to Dolmenwood, which is, at the time of this recording, is 23 episodes going strong. Throw us a few bucks and you'll get access to that. All right, Ted, take it away with our wonderful conquerors.
All right. Well, the Hound Within thinks these are all very delicious sounding names that I'm going to read here. Starting with Ethan Sandweiss, Bad Quail Games, Black Knife Media, Noah Green, Chad Versluis, Lost Among the Stars, Phytobot, Reluctant Artsy, Bastionland, Menelaus Governor of Schadenguard, Dapper Dinosaur, Berwyn, Glintwine, Incunabuli, Scoom, Smedley Q. Rudishvin, the Knight of Misnomers, Lucifer, Chris Ackroyd, Jaron Goodman, 3C_273, Native Erection, Adam McKinney, Gong Farmer David, Heath Gordon, Soul Slur, Ryan Gunter, Chris Harvey, Bren Kneecleaver, Sorcerius, Bob Toasters, Chrismalon DM, Crayon Box, Oxyan, Erica, Hunkering Like Commoners, One Glory Ain't In It, John Mic Drop, Awkward Silence, Dogleaf, Good Old Dirty Biggest Stickus, Z-Bill, John Buchek, Eric Mater, Mark Dyson, Carl Stephenson, Necrotic Gnome, Derek B., Bob Seeger's Night Moves, Eric Manley, Iron Fox Gaming, Boogie Knight, Jeff, Jofo, Brutes Monkeys, the Hot Dog Knight of the 7-Eleven Rolling Table, the Mighty Martian, Noah, AJ, Twee Little Wings of Justice, Brett Sullivan, Desiree Marcel, Grizz Loves Goblianos, Chris Rowe, Benjamin, Steve of Bill and Steve, King of Joops, Todd, Hexbrawler Jake Makes Mistakes, Steve, Jeff Marino, Robert Kirkland, Eric Tsunami MD, Yesterday's Glory, Richard Barton, Christian Carter, Dungeon Maestro, Tucker Kid Goodnight, James, Chris Loricella, John Hooker, Mordrew, Zachary Hall, Saps, David L., Papa Bear DM, Zach Shiflett, Mercury 605, Squire Quinn, The Knight of Davids, Procyon, Dakota Nielsen, Muzz J. Grobliano, Cameron Moss, Stephen Kaisenberry, John and Law Logan, Kabrowskis, Bruiser J. Gobliano / Mudclump, Phil, 3 Radishvans in a Trench Coat, Rocket Frog Eric, Cy, The Socratic Circle, Jeff Zizmansky, Eric Lawson, Mando NZ, Faisal Bouchwarab, Jimbo WA, Slimy Tentacles Got Nuttin' on These Goats, Andrew Schroker, Jason Jones, MM, Michael Schilling, Stefano Di Maiolo, Ash Gabrielle, Chongus, Hex Brawler Josh Got Goat Gazed, which the first time I saw that I read as Hex Brawler Josh Got Goat Glazed, which is much worse.
Much worse.
Much worse. Sorry, everybody.
You just asked them to change it to that, so that's a given.
Well, next up they'll be caked. So
They'll be caked, yeah.
Arno, Iona, Michael Walker, Han Dandler, Sean Ellis, Summon Toast, Too Rude, Too Ishvin, Arcabral, Dungeon Heart Adam, Scott Yearsley, Kick Maniac, Dire Grew, Tom Eric Garrettson, Matthew Mattis, Mads the Danish Matt Dorf's Better Than Mike, Matt Walsh, and Matt Young. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you to all of our conquerors and all of our paid tier subscribers. We really do appreciate your support. Everyone have a great week, and we will see you next time for episode 9. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, John.
Thank you,
Thanks, John.
Thanks, John.